First, let me paint a picture. Imagine sixth grade me, someone just getting their freedom and learning about the internet. With this newfound freedom, I decided I wanted to watch the funny orange cat man. I didn't know what I was getting myself into, but boy, did this show take over my life. I needed more and more and more, and this is where the addiction started.
Oh my god. Oh, hell no, man. What the?
Weekly Shonen Jump is a magazine that highlights a collection of manga. The first issue was released in 1968, but right now we're not worried about that. We're worried about the real popular stuff, the stuff you can't escape from. The Weekly Shonen Jump manga, no matter where you go, you see it everywhere. I'm talking about the One Pieces, the Bleaches, the Dragon Ball Zs, the stuff people base their entire personalities off of. Most manga from Shonen Jump are usually given anime adaptations based on their popularity. Take One Piece for example. As of July 2021, it has over 490 million copies in circulation. Check under your sofa cushions, you should have a volume of One Piece there if you look hard enough. These anime, much like their manga counterparts, gain popularity all over the world. Anime was not always widely accepted by everyone, but with Quarantine 2020, it forced people to watch the genre and realize how good it is. Although this could be a whole discussion on its own, I'm not going to get into that because I get a little flustered talking about it, especially because my friends, they thought anime was cringe, but then once they started watching it, it's a whole thing. I'm not even going to get into it. With the Weekly Shonen Jump becoming more and more popular over the years, there's room for more things to be created. When people think of anime, their minds usually go to the big three. These series set the benchmark for most new manga and anime that come out and are usually what people compare these new series to. Naruto, Bleach, and One Piece are the longest running series within Weekly Shonen Jump during its best years, which were the 2000s. And that's not opinion, that's a fact. I've watched all three of these shows and all of them have their own aesthetics to them. You can tell what kind of person someone is based on their favorite big three show. If you like One Piece, you honestly have trouble shutting up and can't read a room. If you like Bleach, Bleach fans are the coolest people on earth and they obviously enjoy peak fiction. Naruto fans, they don't have personalities. They will rewatch Naruto 4 times and tell you about how Itachi is one of the best characters. He's not. And let me tell you something about Naruto fans. We do not care. People who watch all three don't fit into any of those categories. They're considered hot, smart, wise, knowledgeable, just overall good people, good Samaritans, but I just heard that somewhere, maybe off of Wikipedia or something. I don't know. It is facts though. The big three are not the only good manga series to come out of Weekly Shonen Jump. We get really good series based off of these shows. The big three are like a giant blueprint for what most people watch today. With this, I'd like to tell you about some of my favorite Weekly Shonen Jump anime that are really good in my opinion, but it's not really an opinion, it's facts. And if you don't agree with me, tough luck, buddy. Let's get this started with Naruto. It's about a ninja kid who wants to become the leader of his village, which is known as the Hokage. He's an orphan who was outcasted by his village because of a demon fox that's sealed inside his body. Naruto's best friend Sasuke leaves the village because he's jealous of Naruto. The whole story kind of revolves around him getting his best friend back and him wanting to become Hokage. It's not the best story in Shonen Jump, but it's definitely, I don't know the word for it. I guess not heartwarming, but cool. I know I liked it a lot when I was a kid, and I thought this was like absolutely crazy writing, but it's not. It's a solid 7 out of 10 as an adult. One of my favorite shows in recent times has been Dr. Stone. It's a much different take on the Shonen Jump genre. Instead of the main character being some sort of powerful chosen child that wants to be the best at something, Senku is just a genius. It's definitely refreshing to see, since generally these characters are pretty dumb. I once saw something on Twitter asking about which main character from different series would pass a math test. The correct answer is none of them. They all belong in the lowest form of math humanly possible. Dr. Stone takes place in modern times, but something causes the planet to freeze in stone. Thousands of years later, Senku wakes up from stone, realizing that the rest of the world is stuck. Later, he finds out a certain chemical in a cave was able to set him free and decides to use this miracle serum to free the rest of the world from stone. Overall, I really enjoyed watching this show. Most of the characters are likable, and the fact that everyone is able to rally behind Senku in order to get something done, it's really cool to me. Now this right here is peak fiction, guys. Jujutsu Kaisen is an anime that came out this past year that took the world by storm. This is one of the anime that you see everywhere, and I mean everywhere. People couldn't get enough of Jujutsu Kaisen, but there's only one season and a movie. I just saw the movie. It was really cool. If you end up watching the series, definitely watch the movie. Yuta is way over Yuji. Just saying. Heavily influenced by Bleach, Jujutsu Kaisen starts off with a kid named Yuji Itadori who attends Spirit Hunter School in order to avoid his own execution. I'm not going to say too much about this one since I definitely think it's better to watch it rather than hear somebody talk about it, but it's very well animated and refreshing to watch because of the darker atmosphere the show gives off. I think you can always find a Shonen Jump manga/anime show that you'll really like since there's so many out there. I don't think it's fair to compare different shows because of what they mean to certain people. I think people should give watching other anime within the Shonen Jump sphere a chance. But there is one thing that is not debatable. My Hero Academia is the best piece of fiction that ever exists. I do not care about anybody else's opinion. Please don't at me. Goodbye.